Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to what is still the best XP farm in the current version of RLCraft version 2.9.3, able to get you from level 0 to 60 plus in under 15 minutes. Right, this is version 2.0 of this farm, thanks to you guys, my amazing viewers, leaving me feedback actively using this farm, so we've been able to pretty much immediately create a better version. The main difference between this one and the original is there is no more nether linking, so this is an overworld only farm. And then also, this one is about 5 times faster than the original. Marvelous. For those of you who haven't seen the original video, let me show you guys quickly what we're dealing with. Huzzah! So, this farm is little killing room here, of course. Boink, in here. And yes, we are farming pigs, mainly to turn them into zombie pigmen. So, there's a dispenser with some lightning arrows at the back there. We convert pigs into zombie pigmen, and then I'm just gonna pop myself to survival. And all of our mobs obviously here, we give them a good old whacking, like a saw. And then we simply absorb all of the XP. And as you can see, we are dealing with an absolute crap load of XP. There's also a load of drops. Obviously, being zombie pigmen, they'll give us loads of gold and stuff as well as the loot from the Infernal Mobs and the Blighted mobs, which you'll find in there. There's actually a lot of loot, like, too much loot, to be honest. Anyway, so, let me show you guys how we go about building this. Alright, so before you can even think about building this farm, you need to get yourself one of these. A monster spawner. And yes, you can actually get these in survival. You need to level up this ability, however. Treasure hunting. What this simply does is it gives you some good stuff, mainly music discs is why I use this, along with some troll tusks, and of course, every now and then some of these spawners. These will be vanilla spawners, so by default they will spawn pigs, which is exactly what we use. Alright, once you've got yourself a spawner, we can then get into the build. Okay, so, starting from our little killing room here, these are simply lush stone pillars and tiles, because I like the way they look. This is, yes, these are the ones that Lycanite dungeons are built out of. I like them because they look cool, and they're also blast proof and even dragon proof. From here, we have a little drop tube, like so. Let me just get this, I just want to get rid of some of that. You go away, you go away. Alright, so this configuration is quite important on both sides. So here we simply have a 2x2 block. This will be our little drop tube up there. And then here, simply add solid block there. This needs to be a top side slab. And then here on both sides, you simply add a little trapdoor. So the XP can come through, and these need to be top side slabs so that our pigs don't try and autopath all the way back up there. Cool, so go ahead and do that. Beneath this is our little collection system, because there are a lot of drops. So these are iron grates, which I kind of love a little bit. But iron grates, like so, they are from Quark. It's simply 4 iron bars, and then it gives you some iron grate. They allow items to drop on through, which is exactly what we use. So we just make a whole floor full of these. Bang, 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 as you can see. And then right underneath these are simply hoppers. Holding shift, point these hoppers into one another to those two, and they simply feed on down. So running to the bottom here, should look something like this. Can add our grates in there. So it's pretty much a carpet, but the mobs stay there, drops fall on through. And then here outside I've made myself a little collection system. So hoppers all pointing into these, and they are all pointing into these. Just a load of crates all the way down. So just pointing into there, pointing into there. For those of you who don't know how hoppers work, the bottom hopper will always get priority. So all of the stuff will always go down first. And as soon as the bottom hopper is filled up, then the one above it will start filling the inventory above it. So it's like a level system. So once this bottom tier is full, they'll get full, then they'll get full, blah, blah, blah. That's how they work. Anyway, and then from there, all of our drops are in here. I simply put myself some grates here, along with that is 1 bucket of acid. Because acid destroys items instantly. And that is because there's a load of items in here, like I said. as you keep on going, you'll see lots of enchanted books and all kinds of goody stuff, but a lot of junk as well, mainly these golden swords. Hey, just trying to sort this quickly. Right, anyway, doesn't seem to want to sort at the moment. So all I simply do is I go through them, I press Q on these unwanted ones. Q, 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 Q. And they fall on through to the acid. Acid destroys items instantly, so they are really good for an item bin. Because otherwise, all of these unwanted stuff will just pile up, blah, 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 and that gives you lag. So just chuck them in there and poof, they're gone. Sweet. Next, I just want to set the time to today. There we go. Now, getting back to this interior, this drop tube of ours. So I've already got these, so it should look like this. 2x3 grates and 2x3 hoppers underneath. You got your trapdoors there, and this top side slab with whatever solid block. Now, this configuration is extremely important. You wouldn't believe it, but I've probably made this video 3 or maybe even 4 times by now. But what we do in here is, these are vines, by the way. So, this whole back part, vines all the way up, and then these ones here, specifically these ones here. Vines right here, otherwise they'll grow over here, and you can't hit them through there. So, right behind these trapdoors, all the way up, as just a whole string of vines all the way up, and here a whole string of vines up. Now, this top part here, so from here, starting, this will be block number 1. And then all the way up, this should be 10. So this drop down should be 10 blocks. And then we're at the top here. So vines all the way. And then let me just close this on down. Otherwise our pigs are gonna rampage out of there. Should look like that. Vines, vines, vines. There, there. Looking like so. Going up here. This exterior, you can just, you know, whatever. Build your own entrance however you like. Build it underground, preferably, so you aren't in the open like this. This, you know, is just for display. These are just simply some obsidian pressure plates, because I want to open up these doors. Obsidian pressure plates only respond to players, not like no entities or anything can open these doors. And then from here, these are simply some fence gates. Now, over on this side, these... Hey. So, over on this side, you'll have the 2x2 block, like so. All of these need to be grass blocks. That's because our spawner will only spawn on grass blocks. And then you just add your lighting however you want. Here what I've done is this, I think is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 6 by 7. Doesn't need to be precise. The most efficient way is to have the spawner and try and have 3 grass blocks in each direction, so it spawns at kind of maximum efficiency. And then from here, I'm going to show you guys one of the other improvements, apart from there no longer being any nether portal connected to here. Go ahead and kill these dudes. Spawner will disappear, yep. But this is one of the other main things, which has been pointed out thanks to you guys, my amazing viewers, in that we can set the spawner into overdrive, which of course I never knew was a thing. So how we do that is, we'll just wait for this to spawn. Basically we just need to kill a certain amount up until the spawner is near the end of its lifespan, and then this goes into a frenzy, and it literally spawns at like 5-6 times the speed as an original spawner, well, as a normal spawner rather. So I've clocked this one, a single spawner, to give us 45 pigs per minute. So if you do this for 10 minutes, you'll have plus minus 450 pigs. So that is a lot of entities, so be careful. Try and AFK for maybe 5 minutes at a time, and then you're still dealing with 200 or something pigs. You know, still quite a lot. Right, so from here, wait for these to spawn. There we got 4 pigs here. We want to kill 8 or 9, no more. So there we got 4. Hang around a little bit more. And as soon as we have killed 8 or 9 pigs, this spawner will be spawning at like maximum speed. Let's see, 5, 6. Give us 2 more. 7. 8. And it's going to give us a double spawn next. 9, there we go, perfect. And then we stop. So from here, these pigs are worth their weight in gold. You don't want any more of these pigs dying. Let me see if I can shove this guy in there. Go in there. Okay, so these are simply fence gates. So now what we do is we get ourselves a potato. I think carrots work as well. And boom. So our pigs will try and pass over. And this is one of the main changes between this one and the previous version. There's no more trapdoors here, there's no more cobwebs there. So these pigs simply shove one another all down, so there's no auto-pathing. They just simply go all the way down, stopping the previous issue that we had with mob cramming. So this is now 100% pig safe. Because if they die from cramming, then the spawner breaks. And if I didn't say that, I can't remember, I've done this video so many times. So that's why we have the vines, by the way. Units stuck in cobwebs, ladders, or vines, they completely ignore mob cramming calculation. So in this hole here, we can have hundreds or even thousands of entities in these vines, and they will never die from cramming. And that's why we do that. I might be repeating myself, but maybe I didn't, so yeah, that's what we do. Okay, once that is all done, we simply... So once you've AFK'd for about 5 minutes, blah blah blah, I'm not gonna... Oh, actually, let me just AFK here for a moment. I'll do this for 5 minutes, and it's probably gonna give a load of lag, but sure, let's do 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so that's been about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and unequip the potato so they stop doing their thing. And if you have any pigs here, just give them a smack on the bum with the empty hand, so they run away. And then you close these fence doors, just to keep them safe. Because if after conversion, if a pig winds up down there and you accidentally kill it, you'll lose your spawner. So you can only kill them when they are zombie pigmen, of course. From here, if you lose any of them, they despawn, die in any way, then spawner go bye-bye. Cool. So we've got our stockpile of pigs down there. Let's go on through. Whee! And then, this part here. Okay, right, so, by the way, this works with... Stupid alarm going off. This works with a dispenser at the bottom and a lightning arrow, so... Ooh, hang on, this is gonna trigger... I've got a load of pigs in there at the moment, so I'm just gonna not connect the redstone. So this is simply a dispenser with these lightning arrows in, which is what we use to convert these. So lightning arrows, simply make them with flint, a blaze rod, and some feathers. That'll give you 4 lightning arrows. And what that does is this dispenser is pointing upwards, so this arrow will hit this block right above it, which is this hopper, and then in a 2-block radius all around this, so 2 blocks in all direction, it'll convert pigs into zombie pigmen and also villagers into witches. So that's what we use. As soon as they're converted, they are no longer the same entity that was spawned by that spawner, so they don't count, and that spawner stays alive indefinitely. Okay, and then from here, this is my little solution. This is just an observer looking up at a button, so there is a button, and here is an observer, so let's break this for now. So, observer, you observe that. Go through here. You get rid of these temporary blocks. Put any old button on top of there, so that when we press that, the redstone gets sent down, or just do your own thing. Doesn't really matter too much. I just like observers. And then redstone, redstone, and there. Some redstone, and done. Glass, 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 or whatever, do whatever you guys want. And then from here, boink, boink. And now for the killing room, yeah, make yourself a nice, safe little zone, because there will be infernal mobs in the mix. They will have ninja and all kinds of nasty stuff, so yeah, you might die in here. And now let me just set myself to survival, and also let me just take this XP away. Am I doing that right? I am. Oi. There we go. And I'm now level 0. Go ahead, press this button to convert them with lightning. And there, it looks like we got 2 blights in there. Get yourself a nice strong weapon with some kind of sweep. So, you know, I'm just using a greatsword because it has innate sweep 3 built into it. Or arc slash or whatever. And then the main thing is, of course, education 3. which is an extra 90% XP. Cool, from here, simply hold shift for the increased sneak damage and you give them a good old whacking. And we have a little bit of lag and some retaliation going on. Cool. And then we simply have to hang around here, so that was about 5 minutes of AFK. So yeah, not too bad. And then we simply see how much XP we have once our little body has sucked up all those XP orbs. So yeah, pretty nice. I like the look and its efficiency. The main thing you'll need, of course, is the arrows, which is non-renewable. So yeah, just get yourself a cinder farm or get blazer or some other way. While we wait for all of this to absorb, let me just walk out here. All of these. Let's see. So yeah, I want to see if we got anything good. Disarmament. Oh, upgrade potentials. Nice. Unsheathing. I hate that. Get out of there. And there we go. XP's finally absorbed. So 5 minutes AFK. That gave us 55 levels, which isn't half bad. Cool. All right. Let me pop myself into creative. And there we go. The best XP farm for probably a while. And once again, thank you to all you guys, my viewers, for all of your feedback using this. There has been some bumps along the way, so thank you for bearing with me. And this is now finally the final version. For bulk, for lack of a better name, I'm just going to call this farm the Bulk XP Farm 2.0. Alright, and that is that done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found it useful, entertaining, that sort of thing, feel free, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. And then I also have a Discord, which is fairly new, so if you guys want to swing on by, then feel free. It'll be in the video description. Cool. Alright guys and gals, and everything in between. This is Zerger saying, happy RL crafting, and have yourselves an awesome day. Cheers.